Hello people, welcome back to another stream, one in which I really didn't prepare for. I had some extra time today, and because I know I haven't streamed Temtem in a while, I wanted to give you guys some Temtem content, and I was going to play at least a few games today. So, I think it's going to be a shorter stream, but I wanted to at least play some. So, I pretty much just loaded up Temtem, just turned on the stream, and this is where we're at. So, maybe as a surprise to some people, since I don't even remember what rank I was when I last played, I'm actually number 3 in the world right now. Not that there's like a whole lot of people playing. There's honestly probably around 20 players that are actually playing on ladder, so it's nothing crazy. But I did hit legend. I've got all my legend rewards. Team I've been using for the most part is this one over here, where it's just kind of like a variation of the damage team that I was using, but I swapped out Orpheal for Hazrat because microwave synergy changed. And it's really fun to just waste water into a Venom spread when it works out like that. And then Evolve is just there because two of the types this team is worst against is Earth and Electric. But I only realized afterwards that pretty much any nature type kind of fills that slot just as well. But here's the team I tried out yesterday in the tournament that really didn't like happen. We played one round and then it looks like it fell through. It just ended up being too long and I kind of dropped really early on anyways. But basically all I did is I swapped out Obi and Volphy because their damage numbers were honestly really low. I wanted to keep a Digitype for Sinner Typer with Chromion, and Obi damage just wasn't high enough. So I kind of have Koish, which has a little bit more damage but still has some supportive options. So it gets Faraday Cage for more Venom spread shenanigans. Acronox also for Venom spread. Just kind of has a secondary Chromion because Chromion gets banned a lot. I got Camo on it just because, you know, burns and whatever else and wiping stat debuffs. So I guess I should have queued up because chances are we're going to be in like a 30-minute queue because it's Sunday and it's the end of the week. Okay, hello Laura Weaver, welcome. How you doing? I guess you're lurking, but thanks for stopping in. Appreciate it. Hope you're doing well. If anyone's wondering why I'm using this, like, well, I don't know what it's called. Overlay. It's because my computer started getting really slow and full on memory, and I got sick of it. And I'm like, I don't even use anything on here. I don't even know where it's all being taken up from. So I just factory reset my computer because everything was on OneDrive anyways, except my OBS. So it's like everything's good and fine now. But I haven't fully reset OBS yet. I got like the main things like I think you guys can hear the Spotify. I guess I don't even know for sure. I got Temtem sit back up camera. It wasn't too hard. It's just I haven't bothered to set up the background, so we're just going with the minimalist setup today, and potentially for the foreseeable future because I don't know. It's just like. Streaming is streaming is just kind of like I'm getting away from it. It's not gonna be like a permanent thing for me. Like streaming once a week, I think is still just fine. But I also don't want to force myself to do it. I find a lot of Saturdays now where I'm just kind of like, okay, well, it's the middle of the day Saturday, so that's when I normally stream because that's when the Temtem queues are best. But at the same time, it's like okay, but that's also when there's like the most things going on. If there's something that usually my family's been doing is pickleball lately, and middle of the day Saturday is usually when it's nice enough out, but it's not super hot, and it's just when everyone wants to go. So sometimes I get drawn into that, or at least invited. It's usually the point before my friends start working, just to go out and have lunch with them or something. So it's like I push back the time in which I would stream, and then even if I do that, it's like Temtem queues are going to be even longer than they're already going to be now. And it's just like, okay, I'll play something else then. So I did Slime 64 yesterday. It was a really awesome demo, and I'm excited for the full game. Like, really excited. More excited than any other game besides my own. So I'll be keeping an eye on that. I joined their Discord. It's got a long while left, but you know it'll be fun once it gets here. And if anyone else likes 3D platformers, I would 100% recommend checking it out. Doing fine. Hope I'm doing well too. Back to lurking. Sounds good. Glad to hear it. Yeah, I'm doing really well. Like I was sick earlier this week. Wasn't feeling the best. I've finally pretty much recovered now. Back to like 90%. And then after Slime 64 yesterday, like as soon as I found that game and after playing it, it's just like, oh my god, I've been thinking about it so much. So yeah, I'm not. I could never imagine myself making a 3D platformer. That's just beyond any skills I have or would even get. Like this, what I'm trying to do for my game is so far off from what a 3D platformer even consists of. I could hardly use anything, I feel like. I just don't think it would ever be a thing I can make. But I can certainly enjoy other people who do make them. Problem is, I haven't found a whole lot of them that I actually enjoy playing. Like, what I'm talking about is like the classics. So stuff like Banjo-Kazooie, of course, as we're listening to the Spiral Mountain. Mario 64, Donkey Kong 64. Those are kind of like the main old trio that feels like they founded the genre. And then you got some also stuff like Spyro and Crash Bandicoot. I didn't get into those as much, but I really should try like the Spyro Reignited trilogy. I really need to buy that and play it. But in like the last 10 years, oh man, has it been 10 years? I don't know. Whenever Yooka-Laylee and A Hat in Time came back, I was really hoping there was going to be a resurgence of the genre. Because A Hat in Time, probably like before Temtem came out, was probably my favorite game of all time. Like, it had everything that Banjo-Kazooie did well, and it improved upon that. I just loved it. I still do. It's actually one of those games that I haven't even finished because I love it so much I don't want it to end. So it's like it's really weird to even think that this is like it's your favorite game but you haven't finished it. They came out with DLC. They came out with 2 DLCs. So I finished the main game. I was so sad that I completed it, but they came out with more and I'm like, man, I don't want to go through that again. And so I haven't finished it. I know they've also got like a hard mode sort of thing now. I gave that a try a lot because that felt like I could make progress in the game and never finish it, and it was really hard. I think they've made a lot of the things easier since then, so it might be something to go back and revisit at some point, but whew, that would be a lot. But it would be something to consider. But yeah, so I mean, A Hat in Time, Yooka-Laylee, Yooka-Laylee was okay. It definitely felt like a good old 3D platformer, but it definitely missed on a lot of the possible improvements. It felt like it was just a remake of an old game, which is fine. But anyways, Slime 64 definitely gives off more Hat in Time vibes. Like it feels like a modernized version of the classics, where it keeps everything that the classics did well, but also improves upon it. And I haven't really seen that in a lot of other 3D platformers. A lot of them try and like innovate a little too much. I've seen some that are like, okay, we're gonna have a 3D platformer, but instead of a collectathon, we're gonna have it like a Metroidvania, or we're just gonna emphasize the platforming a little bit more. That's not my thing. I think the collectibles are essential, and having a restricted world is much better to me than having a wide open world. I guess I always forget about Super Mario Odyssey. That was the other trio of Hat in Time, Yooka-Laylee, and Super Mario Odyssey. I played Super Mario Odyssey, but the thing was, it almost felt forced. It didn't feel like they really knew and loved the 3D platformer genre. It felt like they were just trying to make some money, because a lot of the collectibles were just meaningless. I would go around and like every 5 steps there would be a moon. It was ridiculous, and I'm just like, they lose the specialty of them. Like there were some good puzzles. It was still fun, but it was just it was I don't know. It didn't have a good feeling to it. It's hard to describe. I like if you compare Super Mario Odyssey and Super Mario 64, I would take Super Mario 64 every day, every single day. Millie, hello, welcome. I'm free. I am free. I had early church this morning, so able to get on now, which is nice. And I'm just ranting about 3D platformers because I slammed 64 yesterday. It's like all I've been thinking about for the last day. Which normally my brain is just completely occupied with my own game that I end up like theorizing things that this is like I'm so far away from adding. That's just it's almost like no, focus on things one step at a time. Come on. You're free in Temtem? How am I free in Temtem? I'm trapped. I'm trapped. It's an addiction. That is missed what you meant there. Oh, that's what you're saying. Yeah, I got freed on Monday. I honestly forgot I was stuck completely. Like I knew it was just gonna be I needed help on Monday because it was just the weekend and they weren't around, so I wasn't able to play. Yeah, a week feels like. My sense of time is distorted. It's just kind of weird. Oh, this is the team I'm playing. Nice. Triple toxic against Baba Wakoyes. Let's go. Billy, hello. Welcome. Thought you're standing desk for a sec. No. I got a chair. Oh, I should go like this way. Yeah, it's a chair. I don't stand if I don't have to. I don't even use my standing desk at work. I probably should a little bit. But if anything, rather than like standing up, what I need to do is like relax my eyes. Like my glasses are so thick that alright, but it's just because my eyesight is horrible. It's really, really bad. And so something I've always been told from like eye doctors, whatever their official name is that for every like 30 minutes you stare at a screen, you should take 30 seconds and stare off to the distance. I forget how much distance it's supposed to be, like more than 50 feet or something. I'm not sure, but it's supposed to be like a decent distance. Just for like healthier eyes. Like I don't have a window around here. I'm in the basement right now. It's where I've kind of been streaming for a while now. Ophthalmic. Okay, that's why I say eye doctor. I'm really surprised he forced the nature quash. If he just picked Mouflank, I guess I would have known he was going double Mouflank then. I still probably would have picked this lead, but it would have at least been a little more threatening. Let's just hope it's not camo or bait Mouflank. That would be really bad for me. Because I'm planning on Sting and Venom spreading it. If it's a max speed Mouflank, it would outspeed me with 2 prio. I don't even know what if these teams run Hurry Wart or Unnoticed. I feel like it would be Unnoticed because you have the Mimic combo. But I've been surprised before. You could do something fancy where you like have Hurry Wart Mouflank, swap out, bring it in on a Goldsy, and then have Oshidashi off hold, I think. Or maybe it doesn't work like that. Honestly, I'm not sure. Because the swap in trait activates first. Then the transform happens. Maybe Seismic Gorgon with Mimid is the play. I know Sazax has been on that for a little while now, and it's honestly been doing really well for him. I'm certainly surprised, but like I think that's really cool to see a trait that never sees any use actually get some good value. Okay. First match of the day. Fake beard, don't care. Marble value. No bait. The Koi swapping was... Oh my goodness, it swapped. Who would have guessed? See, he's actually stealing my Acronox, which, you know, fair enough, but, like, what's he going to do to me? That's also, like, a physical mimic, and I am a special Acronox. It might live on, like, 10%. I think it'll die to the Toxic Tick, though. Nope. Sting just does 0 damage, and Chromion is stupid. Double seismic marbles chip. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't blame him. Like, I have triple toxic and he's got a nature coish. Like, it's just not designed to run that. Also, for anyone wondering, this is my 4th Inky radar. No luck yet. There was one Inky on the market for like 900,000. Like, I am not paying 900,000 for an Inky with no Furt, like 2 orange stats, and no egg moves. Because the egg moves on the Inky are where it gets really expensive. I haven't even seen a chain heal on them, or even... I might have seen a pickpocket, but I don't even think I've seen a pickpocket. But the worst part is, it actually disappeared. I think somebody bought it. It's just like, the market is so thin. Like, nobody's... It's not like people are farming radars anymore. There's not... The only people really doing radars are the people who are looking for Tems themselves, not looking for Tems to sell. And Inky's not a Tem. You're going to accidentally run into a Luma in your playthrough. Nope. Another dead radar. I'll check the auction house after this radar anyway, just in case. I always check for like cheap Luma eggs I don't have, and if there's another perfect Luma on the market I can buy. I actually checked yesterday and I saw a couple blue screen ETCs for like 200,000. Because I was looking at the chubby in my party, I'm like, oh, I'm missing an egg move still. And it was chain heal, which I didn't have before, which turned into blue screen, which I still didn't have. So I picked that up for it. So now I can use Waspine and Chubby in Showdown, which is nice. I have a little guy in my party all the time. Still at heart a member of the Chubby Simps. Which is my original club. Until the remaining 2 of us migrated to Vanity. Any Inky Luma? Nope. 4 radars in, no luck. Which still isn't crazy, and like I can afford them easy. How many feathers am I at? Yeah. 10,000. And I've been spending them too. It's not like I'm just like, oh, I've been buying just about every single cool seal. Like I just got the Lotus seal yesterday. I unlocked it, darn. Oh, maybe I can just control. Nope. Equip seal. This one. It looks pretty cool. It's only, I mean, I think it's a really good seal for Bobble and Nature Coish, funny enough. Maybe some other ones that just not off the top of my head. Like anything that uses Water Cutting Lily. Cerneef, yeah. Mount is too cute. I know, I just love it. I'm so glad, like, is it the only pre-evolution mount they added into the game? Like, I'm so glad they did. Like, it seems like the Crema really has a love for Pookie as much as I do. Which is great. Yeah, anything else is just not worth it. Honestly, like, there's so few Lumas on the market that lately I've just been having only the Luma filter on and going, okay, it's glitched. Luma filter on. And then sort from high to low. Okay, it's really glitched now. Oh no, it buyout. Okay. Because you can just scroll through, like, there's like 4 pages or something total. But even like some of these are just high. Like a 1.3 mil for a Zyzite that doesn't have its egg moose? No. Momo without knockback for 1.2? No. And then you'll get something like this Kinu that with no furt. That's 1 point. Like, that's insane. Oh, no furt Mudred. A 1 in speed Scunch for 1 million. No egg moves. I mean, that's it for perfect Tems. There's like a whole, what is it, 8? 8 of them? I'm not seeing any Inkies here either. Okay, so there's 4 pages. I guess there's one more perfect Luma that's on bid only. Cheapest on the market is this Deendra, which I think is so sad. It's so sad to see. This is... So this is either a Luma from like the original Psyparks, where it just distributed stats, which I'm not even sure. I don't even think it's from that. I'm pretty sure what this is somebody was using a Spreol in their playthrough, and they were breeding a few of them together to try and get better stats, and happened to hatch a full odds Luma. Because it's only got 4 furt, and it doesn't have any perfect stats. I think that's like the only way it can happen, because you can't roll 8 on a Digilayer. It's just somebody was breeding full odds for Spreol, probably like a new player on their playthrough, and just happened to hatch a Luma, and then they just sold it. It's actually a pretty decent deal for Luma drops if anyone's looking for it. I'm pretty sure Cernif is only like an 80% spawn, and it's already the cheapest Luma on the market. So if anyone actually cares about Luma drops, I sure don't. But yeah, no. I guess I can check specifically for Inky, because I know that the shop isn't perfect. Yeah, no, nothing. Scuff Luma Schween, you bred in early access. I mean, I believe you. I've seen some crazy ones. I mean, I've seen Miracle, which is Icefire. She was full odds breeding just to get the just to get, she wanted a 1 in every single stat on a 2i, just like the worst 2i possible, and just so happened to hatch a full odds 2i in that while doing that. So it had like 3 or I think it had 3 min stats at the time, and then with the hacks, they brought it down to 0. Inky, there it is. Oh no, 800 feathers gone. Yeah, I think that's the closest. You got Schween, Garender, and Kinu in the first radar, but Yowler took you more than 15 radars. Oof. I haven't really been keeping track of... I keep track of radars when I do them, but I don't keep track afterwards. Like, Rolder, if you ask me how many Rolders I got, or how many radars it took to get my Rolder, I couldn't tell you. I'd say it was, like, around 4. And that was the most recent time I did radars for. Or actually successfully hunted. Because the amount of Tems I actually need from as Lumas is still dwindling. I'm still getting new ones here and there. Like, Grandpa was the newest addition. I wasn't going to do a Grandpa radar. I think I mentioned before I got trolled. On the auction house, it had Tornado. But what it was is Grandpa used to have Tornado, but they took it away from its moveset and made it an ETC. But once it had Tornado, it wasn't removed from their moveset, and so it was essentially glitched. It wouldn't count for Showdown. I still had to get the ETC. So rather than just being like a 250,000 Pansun project with just a high feather cost, which I could afford at the time, It ended up being like a 500,000 Pansun project on top of the feathers for like one of the cheapest Lumas in the game. So, feels bad, but you know, I've been using it for a while now. It's getting its use, and I've already built up enough to buy another perfect Luma, and I've been hunting for more, so it's just kind of a whatever in the end. Senpai, hello, welcome. How's it going? You enjoying the slingshot Tyra meta? I don't see you on too much. Not that I've been playing as nearly as much as I used to. 15 rares the Yowler. When you got it, it was 93rd encounter. Oh dang, so it was full odds in the end. That's kind of crazy. Arius, hello, welcome. Good to see you. Nice, we got a match. You love it but don't play it all? Yeah, fair enough. You've been playing some other games? Anything fun? Ooh, Chaotico. Number 3 player versus the number 1 player. Woo! He changes his team every time, and I feel like every time it's a worse matchup for me. Now, historically, I would ban Zenarith. My guess, though, is he's going to insta-ban my Acronox, especially if I ban his Owlhe. I wish I was orange side here. I really wish I was orange side here. I think if I just ban Owlhe, though, as stupid as it sounds, is that I just pick either Hazrat or Acronox. Yeah. And he doesn't have a whole lot he can do. League, oh no. Are you just playing like normal rank? You playing TFT? I've still been playing a lot of TFT. I finally got frustrated and I think I'm done for this patch. But I think the new patch is on like Wednesday or Thursday, so then I'll be wrapped back in. Okay. I mean, there's no surprise here. I'm assuming this Ragnar's going to have camo, so I can't just really pick Chromion. Otherwise, I would love to do Wastewater into Venom Spread, gamble that it kills. So I'm just going to go with Koish for now. TFT and some ARAM, about to get back in the draft rank. Gotcha. See, I know a lot of people enjoy ARAM. A lot of my friends do. I just, like, on occasion, I think it's fun, but it's not something I can just sit down and play, like, 5 games in a row. Like, no. Maybe 1 or 2 on a night when we're all burnt out from ranked or as a warm-up or something. I used to play League a lot. Like, not nearly as much as some people, but for those who know, I've got 800,000 points on Vel'Koz. So, that'll be a useful statistic for some. I was going to ban the Zenarith. Right now, Inky is definitely my win con, and I'm sure he acknowledges that. So he might even save Ragnet just because he wants... Just because he wants to keep it for Inky just later. But, dunno. Like you, hello, welcome, how's it going? This kind of sucks. I think I'm going to go with Saipat and Grandpa. Okay. So those are 2 good picks. If he picked Adoro there, which I think was his better option, then I think he would... I think he would have had a better chance, but I did pick Grandpa. It just... Adoro completely counters Saipat, resisting both stabs. Looks like it wasn't a camo or bait Ragnet. No, what's it even got? It's probably Taser then. Probably Taser. Alright, we'll go a Lava Wave, and... Yeah, he doesn't have any synergy that I need to cancel out. I guess he could have Sparkling Bullet synergy with Ventil, but it's just kind of whatever. Ukama, yeah, that's... understandable, fair, whatever. Doesn't get poisoned this way, but he does have his Ukama in front of my Hazrat now. That's max speed! That's a squishy Ukama. shoot. I didn't bring... Oh, that's right. See, the other thing about not having Obi is that I don't have a second reset user. I'm so used to having reset with this team that now I'm just kind of like, oh, that Hazrat, just click heat up. Yikes. Alright, so aquatic and probably a lava wave. Aquatic lava wave. Aquatic lava wave. Gamble on the Psypat. Hope he doesn't click wastewater. I like that. I like that a lot. Do it with a group of people. Highest you got was Diamond way back. It was dreadful. Oh, I mean, Diamond is really solid, but yeah, I can just imagine the time commitment is just too much. Come on, lava wave. Ah, okay. Actually, I think he's the bulkier Hazrat, so I don't know yet. Because I have priority too. Okay. I mean, something had to die there, and Psypat was probably the most useless one. It was weak to Hazrat, Ragnet, Ventil, and the only way it would have been useful is if I got hit with a water move, which I did. It's just that he did doubling. So I'm not disappointed in that trade at all. I think it was just fine. Probably brings in Ragnet here. No, he doesn't. Throw a wastewater here. Not really afraid of anything this thing can do. I guess he could try and double in on Grandpa right now, which would be kind of nasty. Well, I guess that's what he's gonna do. Okay, he did swap, which this is also a fine play for him swapping. I think either way I swapped a Koish here. The best part about Hazrat is that Hazrat walls itself. So when I'm facing all the other 20 Hazrats on a ladder, my own Hazrat isn't scared. Ooh, just out of KO range. That's actually better for me. Because I can get a free Venomous. And then he won't have Lava Wave synergy, so then my Inky can outspeed. Although that's going to be a little bit tough. But, you know, we make things work. Without Lava Wave synergy, I can outspeed the Koish with Hypnosis, so I'm going to keep the Koish around, outspeed the Hazrat with Hypnosis, because I believe it's a slower rat. So I definitely want to keep it around. Get the hold off of Inky. Eat the Sparkling Bullet. Oh, it's Slingshot! Respect. I like Taser. My Inky's Taser. As you can see. I feel like Slingshot really only gets value on the first turn, and I don't even know why you'd have it on Ragnet, because you can just Electro Punch for even more damage. You like it's good on Tyrannac. It is great on Tyrannac. Okay, I don't like this position. His Hazrat's surely gonna outspeed. I really want to hold off on Tornado though. So I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna swap in Grandpa in the Hazrat slot. And I'm gonna Sharp Stabs. I don't think Sharp Stabs kills, but I think I can live a Sparkling Bullet, even with Slingshot. But that is super risky. Especially after the 10% I've taken from Marbles. Okay. So he actually did opt to swap here, which is pretty much fine. Okay. I think I can live any one move from this Hazrat. Pretty confident in that much. Ooh. I mean, I don't think that was ever killing. But that also shows me that he put a lot of speed in his Hazrat since we last fought. A lot of speed in this Hazrat. Yikes, that almost killed. Oh. Alright. Oh, Hypno's not going to help me here. It's going to be Hazrat versus Ragnit, basically. I don't have heat up on my Hazrat, otherwise I would Hypnosis. I'm just going to try and get Chip, if at all possible. I was hoping I could kill the Hazrat, and then sleep, and then swap in Hazrat next turn. Oh, he's got Turbine anyways. But he's burning it now, and not on the Hazrat. Maybe he predicted me to swap there. I really didn't want to waste any health on my Hazrat because of this endgame situation. I knew it was coming. He can't just ignore Grandpa either. Like, this tornado will probably do like 25, 30%. 25, yeah. He's got Paizo, okay. Good thing I didn't Embers him. Okay, that should be good. Unless he's got charged iron filings, then I'd be ruined. Without, he has Sparkling Bullet. We're not going to risk it. I'm not going to risk it. Because I outspeed and I kill with Epoxy here. I could have rest. My option was to rest in Tornado, but I already had the Hurricane speed boost, so I didn't have to. Whew. GG's. GG. Okay. Did I pass? Did he drop to third or no? Okay, so I just passed up whoever was in second. Probably Kivkensky or something. Or no, it was Sazax. It's like all four of us kind of fighting for the top. I think Chaotico's been winning for a while. I think. GG. It's been kind of back and forth between me and him, like who wins. Because there was like 1 week where he destroyed me, then I destroyed him the next week, and then it was kind of like back and forth for a few days, and then just yesterday he destroyed me. Like you can see, yeah, he won there, he won there, yeah. So he beat me the last couple of times, so it's good to get another win. He changes his team a lot. I think I'm not sure like what his win rate is against other people, but if he just kept his teams that have a high win rate against me, he would definitely win consistently. But I think he just enjoys like a variety of play as well, which is 100% fair. Kaku bodies his team. I think, yeah, I mean, he does seem really weak to nature. Nature and Earth. I guess, no, not Earth. Just Acronox specifically. You just ban the Hazrat and chip down the Adoro and you're good, yeah. Kaku OP. Just seen what Kaku did to Kivkensky in the last East tourney. Who's to say I didn't see it? I was spectating. I saw Kaku. It was fun. It was good to see. I just can't have it up all the time because it's just like a lot of times when I'm watching streams now, it's just like I'm either streaming or coding, and I'd love to do both at the same time. But if I have a stream up while I'm trying to code, I just end up watching the stream way more often than I'm making progress coding. Plus, I'm still at the point where I need to watch tutorials for a lot of things. There's some things I can actually do on my own now. It's cool to see like the progress I've made, however minimal it is. But there's still just so much. Just like a single game engine is just like endless possibilities. It's really nuts. You mind if I snipe? You're more than free to, but I'm actually gonna cancel queue very quick. I have to use the bathroom, so I'll be right back. Alright, chair stream over. I was hoping to come back to Illuma. Darn. My headphone has like a weird, like, knot in it. Love to get it up. Alright. Surprised you want to fight me like Cube. You finally realize I've changed my team around enough. It's not as good in the stall. I dropped a reset user. What else did I drop? Got rid of Orphill, which is just more straight up damage. My Hazrat doesn't have heat up. And if you got like 3 toxics, then it's gonna be hard to. I can't Venom spread you. or if you have a Kaku, yeah. Stall's OP anyway. I'm not. I do not think I have said that Stall is OP. I think I've said Stall players are OP because playing Stall, I feel, is like the most skillful way you can play the game. That's not to say that like you can't have skill when you're playing a different playstyle, but the amount of thought that goes into playing Stall feels like it's so much more than not playing Stall. Because a lot of times you get to the really high skill, like aggressive matchups, and what they'll be reduced to is just coin flips. Like I have my first match, or my first set from yesterday's tournament against Antalacho on recording, and the final game of the set was literally reduced to 2 coin flips, and I lost both of them. I'm not mad about it because it was still a good game, but it was just like, oh come on. Like I could honestly pull it up, like instead of doing the radar. Maybe I'll consider that. But it would also just be kind of awkward to play my own video over the stream. But it's like the only, because you can't watch a recording during. You can't watch a recording during queue. It's understandable, but it is a little sad. Incredibly bad matchup still. You're just tired of waiting for queues. Fair enough, fair enough. I think I have won every single stall matchup with my team. However, I've only played 2 1/4 games with this new, I guess the Antalacho ones, but I've been so used to this variation, I have not played this one a whole lot yet. The Acronox for Volphy swap is probably in my favor, but I think dropping Koish or dropping Obi for Koish is kind of like, I don't know. That could go either way. It does have Zen Med. I did leave Zen Med on there for like offensive scaling. in Hypno. It's not like Koish has a lot of moves anyways. There's not a huge reason to have ice cubes. Especially on Digikoish where you hit everything neutrally. Like even a super effective ice cubes is still only barely more damage than Faraday Cage. It'd be good for stamina, but I haven't tested Koish out enough yet to really get use out of it. Like, it's nice to eat a couple hits and just not have weaknesses. And I calced it so that it can live like the insane high damage opener on like 50% of teams right now of like max attack, Psypat, Nox Bomb with Marbles, Hazoret, Lava Wave. So the fact that it can live that is already putting it one above 2-wire. And now that I have it, it's almost like, do I even need 2-wire? It basically does everything that I had OB and 2-wire doing. Because it's not often I actually use the... I don't often use 2-wire's ability for... like, neutralizing my ally. I don't use it that often. Like, it just doesn't come into play too much. Because now with Straw Shield to negate 4x stuff, and it's like, I still don't want my Inky in front of a Volphy. Even if I bring in 2-wire to make me not die to the Dust Vortex, 1, it's still going to do at least half my health. 2, my Sharp Stabs is only going to do about 50, maybe 60%, and I can't follow up with a third attack, or like a second attack, to finish it off. If 2-wire lives, I could like Turbine, but even that's just kind of like, I don't know if it kills. Bulky Volphies, it definitely wouldn't, and I still just lose the matchup. So it's just kind of meh. Everything on your team has very strong immediate damage, scaling, true damage, sleep control, or a combination of multiple. Yeah, I still agree with you that it's still very strong. I just haven't faced a new or a stall team with this variation, and changing out 2 Tems is relatively significant. So you just never know. I swear I faced Overlords a lot. So much that he actually messaged me. Yeah, it was today's Sunday. It was on Friday. He messaged me. He's like, "Are you on all the time?" It's like, no, sorry. I just happened to be at home from work today playing a match. And he just has such a bad matchup into me. He plays some variation of stall. It's a nature digi toxic stall, and I just burn down his digis with my digis. He can't hit me with his toxics, but I can hit him with mine, and his nature's just lose to my toxics as well. It's just really tough. You did match? Oh, that's so funny. It's really a sad state of queues, but yeah, good luck, have fun to you as well, for sure. Alright. Okay. So historically, Kinu's been a problem, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5 things that hit Kinu super effective, so I'm going to try and ignore it this time. Because I think he's going to ban my 2-wire because it has reset. Oh no. I'm going to ban the Volerend just because its typing is very strong against me. And besides Inky, I don't have a whole lot that can deal with it. Most wins that aren't named Volerend, I can Venom spread, except like Tuvine and Turok. I have other options, like Tuvine loses to Psypat, doesn't do great against Hazoret, still dies to microwaves and stuff. Even Acronox has a pretty good matchup into it. Turok is probably the second worst, but that's just because my team in general is also weak to Earth. It's just being weak to both Earth and Wind is kind of a bad combo. And that's where 2-wire does at least come in handy. It's at least a threat. Where it's like, oh, haha, you can't lead your best type advantage into me. Okay, so he banned the Kinu, so he still wants to lead Scaravolt Kinu. I always lead with Chromion here. Since he's got 2 Toxics, I can't do Venom Spread, but Sinner Type or Microwave still hurts really bad. If he doesn't pick Scaravolt here, then I pick Hazrat. Okay, I stand corrected. I forgot, like, Karen existed. Karen and Volaran are, like, the 2 worst things. It's just that Scaravolt is the worst raid boss, probably. Okay. That's fine by me. Does force me to double in on the Kinu, though, which is a little sad, but not the end of the world. Because if I was to double in on the Karen, he would get Benefactor, which hurts. I still ban the Scaravolt. Reducing his raid bosses is good. As far as raid bosses now, he's got Karen, which is probably Scavenger, and Momo. Like, Calibus is kind of whatever. I'm not really afraid of a Calibus. Two Toxics is good. Means that not only can I hit him with like poison damage, but he also can't hit me very well. As much as I'd like to bring Saipat just to really threaten out the Karen, I think I'm going to risk not bringing it. Just because Saipat loses to Kinu. It's not great against Nidrasil. It's not great against Calibus. So that's like 3 potential team members. It would be pretty bad. Inky wins like everything except the Karen matchup, and the support that Koish offers is very valuable, especially with Faraday Cage. Problem is, because I have so much speed invested on these Tems, I don't have a lot of room to take damage. So even a little to no invested Soil Steam will probably do close to half to 2-wire. Because of the common factor. So I mean, I could ignore the Karen and just force my way through the left slot the entire game. But I'm going to run out of stamina on 2-wire after 3, and probably Chromion after 3 turns. So I have basically 3 turns. And that's where things get tough. Because, like, let's say, theoretically, I can break through the... Let's say I can break through the Kinu here. Let's say he stays in on Kinu. Then he brings in Nidrasil. I can Turbine and Microwaves it, but it lives. He's probably bringing it in now anyways. Calypso, same difference. It's just a bulky Toxic. Okay, so my available turns to move just dropped from 3 to 2. The value of Mom's Lunch right there, folks. On a 2-wire. Okay, so it's definitely a non-invested Karen. If that's a Aquastone Calibus, it will kill me. So now it's the question of, does he Aquastone me? Or does he swap out for Pig here, predicting my wind move? And then get a Stonewall on the Pig. I think he's almost certainly going to swap, because Mom's Lunch is such a valuable item to stall that he doesn't want to lose it. So I'm gonna gamble, and he's gonna swap, and I'm gonna go for the Karen. No, he stayed in. This is so bad. I really didn't think he would let his Calibus die there. He would lose his Mom's Lunch. I mean, that's still really good damage on the Karen, but he gets... Oh, wait, it's not synergy. It's not synergy. Yes, I forgot. It's on himself. Okay. I mean, I'm swapping 2-wire because I want to keep the reset just in case they get into a really bad spot and need it. I also don't want him to get the kill heal. I can't bring in Hazrat or Inky, so I have to bring in Koish. I don't really want to OX on Chromion though, so I'm actually going to rest. And we're going to swap into Koish. I think this is fine. It'll still give me like 2 turns to move on Chromion. He swaps out the Calibus. Probably, oh, I mean, he might get a Roar off. Nope, he goes for Soil Steam. Nice! If he roared, that could have been really bad. Roar plus Toxic Ink onto the Koish. I could have Zen meted it off, so it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world, but it still would not have been something I wanted to deal with. Alright, we still have to double into the Karen slot. It's not a Kaleidoscope Kinu. We know it's Benefactor though. He could just Revitalize. He's just gonna swap though. This is fine. It's really not that bad. He's pretty limited in how this actually helps him. That's a good damage. Benefactor putting in work though. 16% just from that turn. Ooh, Denigrate. Okay. Not too bad yet. Koish is taking lots of damage, way more than I want him to. We're gonna save the Chromion. Get Hazrat on the field and throw a Faraday Cage. Koish will die to a Toxic Ink, but nothing wants to eat a Synergy Faraday Cage. And there still needs one more turn for Bark Shield. I'm not even sure who he'd want the Bark Shield on. He also Mom's Lunch is back up on Calibus. He could bring that back in. I want OX on Koish because it's like 31 times 1.5. It's like 46, 47. I don't know rounding as well as I should in this game. He stayed in on the Kinu? Interesting. I'll take it. You got a deal, buddy. You got a deal. Oh, okay. That is not what I was expecting. I forgot Kinu gets sacrificed. Most all players don't even want to lose a single Tem on their team, so that was very surprising. Does he kill Koish here? No, he has Spores, no Toxic Ink. So that will kill me eventually, but I do get at least one more turn. I can Hypno, and then I can Zen Med. Or I can Hypno and then attack, or whatever I feel like doing. I'd love to just, like, Lava Wave the Nidrasil right now. But I am not confident that he wouldn't swap to... Oh, he's got Pillow. Shoot. I should have Lava Waved and then Hypnoed. But that could have been really bad, considering my Koish is on a timer. Oh, shoot, that did half. This might be really bad for me. Right, here's what we're going to do. We're going to play the Inky endgame. I don't think he has div up yet. So Quench goes down. Oh, that's why. That's why. Shoot. Forgot about that. That's going to be so tough to break through. Because 2 wires is on his deathbed. And I pretty much have to kill this Karen. Like, not just... Yeah, I have to straight up kill him here. I can't just wait for the burn tick from Taser to take him out. I have to kill him before he can even move. Pig also gets Refreshing Diabolo next turn, which is going to be bad. He'll probably get it on the Nidrasil. If I can kill Cowrin with these 2 moves, highly doubtful. But then, if he doesn't kill 2-wire, I get reset up, and I can save that for the Nidrasil, which would make it much less of a threat. Come on, do like 30%. Nope, not happening. If that was Sharp Stabs plus 2, this turbo attack does like 10%. No! 2 health! Oh, that's so beyond sad. Yeah, div, and the game's over. Just like that. Two health. Funny enough, I actually took 2 points out of attack just yesterday to put into stamina so that I could have a Sparkling Bullet, Paizo, and Mineral Hail rotation. So, that's how that went. Very unfortunate. Yeah. That's why I was still afraid of the team. And this team does not have a lot of great ways to kill Earth. I should have brought the... I didn't think about Sacrifice. I should have brought the side path then, because I was thinking it was going to be a heal support Kinu. Yeah, GG. I was not expecting you to just sack your Kinu. The one thing I've learned from like every stall player I've spoken to, like Geno, Tsubaki, and there were a lot of them back in Village Idiots as well. But they all say that you don't want to lose any one of your Tems in stall. You don't want to lose a single one. And so they always say Sacrifice is a horrible move. Don't ever run it on stall. So I was very surprised to see it. I guess that was just ingrained in me that it wasn't even considered. So now that I know that that's a Sacrifice Kinu, I would have 100% brought Saipat in my last slot. GG's though. Yeah, and I could have with more TVs. I do not have max on my 2-wire. I don't know what... I always feel like I should have more on my 2-wire. But at the same time, the HP is what helps me live with whatever 20 health I did in the first place. Because, like, yeah, I've only got 300 attack TVs. That's like nothing. But I need max speed in order to do the Venom spread combo. I could drop the gimmick. But that feels really bad in itself, too. I forget what that HP is exactly calced for. But I probably should swap stuff around at some point. I've thought about just dropping the HP and having like max attack, max whatever, so that I can kill stuff faster. But it's just so hard because you'll have those games where they live on one or two health. Kara, hello, welcome. How's it going? Disagree with don't lose any of your times, not against aggro at least. I mean, okay, but like, how often do you play your Kinu and do you click sacrifice? I have to imagine like the only thing the Kinu does is basically get a denigrate off, maybe a hypnosis, and then click sacrifice. You have to get rid of something. See, no, I feel like most of them wouldn't agree with that. I feel like it's so hard to actually kill Tems on stall. That, I guess maybe in New Age stall. Like maybe times have changed because I know that towards the end of Geno's career, like when he was actually playing Temtem actively, he swapped to more of like a bulky offense stall variation because of that exact reason. So maybe it's just like a time thing. Like that advice was from a while ago. It's not new by any means. It's probably back from like 1.4, which, you know, 2 full patch cycles ago is plenty long. Kinu's there to survive the opening, but I can one-shot your Kinu. Like every time. I thought you would swap it for sure the first time. I did not think you'd click denigrate. I could have deleted that thing. So that if I did that, the game would have been different too. So I mean, it's not like I didn't make mistakes that game. I definitely made some. But the whole thing was down to the cow and living on 2 HP. Jenna was the only stall player that actually attacked you instead of setting up. Yeah, I mean, you must have played the more recent Geno then. I remember playing. I mean, it's not like I know Geno when he first started, but it's just like I'm more talking about like the Temtem CS season. Probably all the way up until like MSI, he was just full stall. Like he wouldn't click an attack move until he was at least like half buffed on every single one of his Temps. And then after MSI, everything kind of changed, and we're gonna ignore what happened during MSI. Full setup stall is not viable. Too many options to beat that. You can't come close to one-shotting it. Could have the Kinu? Okay, I should say I don't mean one-shotting it, but like I could double in. I could always double in and kill the Kinu. Not one shot. Yeah, that was just bad wording. I can always double in because my binary flood did half. Like all it would have taken was a microwaves and a Faraday, and it would have died. And if I didn't want it to get a move off, I could have clicked Faraday into Venom spread. But you had 2 toxics, so that was risky. I wouldn't have done that. I would have just clicked the... I may have even clicked the binary flood anyways, if I got greedy. I could have even clicked Cyberclaw the next turn. Like, I have Cyberclaw, and I doubt you're faster than 272. You probably got lots of bulk on that thing, especially with Denigrate. So like, it's not like I didn't have options to beat it. I just... You live Cyberclaw? Maybe. I don't know what your spread is. The binary flood was center type or did... You probably do. Unless you just have like max HP invest and not a lot of defense, but I'd be surprised. You still try and go for it. Well, it's just the Denigrate turn. The Denigrate turn is when I was very surprised to see that you clicked that. I thought you were going to swap because I could have killed you, and there was no reason that you needed to stay in that turn. If you swap, you just give away free damage. I mean, and if you stay in, you just die. But I guess you could have swapped in like Cowern in that case and then got the heal anyways. So yeah, it's just it was tough. Ah, Minotaur, Minotaur, Minotaur. This seems like an alright play. Turn economy stays the same regardless of you swapping or denigrating. Yeah, I mean, there's just like stall matches are so flexible. There's so many options. Don't quite remember what the situation was. Yeah, I don't remember exactly either. I think most of your team was half health. The sacrifice wasn't even really what turned the game. I just needed to beat down the Cowern because Inky can't do anything to it, and Hazoret can't. And as soon as you started getting the scavenger heals, it was just a really tough spot. Also, do you not have like an attacking toxic move on your Cowern? I was really surprised that you spores my, or on your Nigisil. I was really surprised you didn't. You had spores. You probably got like Narco. I feel like Narco still would have killed. You don't have one. That's crazy. I'm gonna knock out Whipplump just because I don't want to deal with the Minotaur swapping turn 1 for Whipplump. So it's Cooperation, Bark Shield. Is it Hypnosis then? Hypnosis, and then you just happen to have Pillow. Always pick Grandpa. Finally get to play Grandpa for a game. I think Inky's going to be the play too. You think Uninvestor Narco kills your Koish from 35%? I mean, potentially. Potentially. Like, it is a high-speed invested Koish. I've only got, like, 200 HP TVs on it. And Iridescence actually makes me take 1.1 times extra damage. But, yeah, that's fair enough. Your Soros team did like 40% though. It would have been real close. Ah, yuck. I hate it. Yeah, we're up against Welsh now. Surprised he swapped off from the Psypad. I feel like this is one of Psypad's best metas. Not this game. Alright, so now the gamble. Do I Faraday Cage Venom Spread combo the Volphy? Because he's going to swap Minotaur. Or is he going to swap the Volphy and then go into like his Bait Lawali or his Mashuk? Camo Acronox is based. Do you have any... Well, what double screen's taken by the Koish. Nice. Double screen's taken by the Koish. And it's a bulky Acronox. So what else would you run? A Coat? I considered Coat, but it's just like, would you rather have one specific matchup, or would you rather avoid all burn and all sleep for a couple turns, and also get rid of stat debuffs? Saying something as base is a good... No, I know. I'm also just like explaining my position too. Is my bait taken? No, but I wanted the stat drops on top of it. That's kind of the thing. I don't need stamina sustain because, well, maybe I would, but I don't think it's taken. Maybe no, yeah, it shouldn't be. So I'm going to Cyberclaw with Koish because he dies to double plague, I believe. It's actually kind of close on whether it does or not. But let's see. The Volphy Plague did just over 100 damage. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely die, so I'm Cyberclawing. It's just, would he attack Acronox instead? And I want to say no. Gonna gamble on him double plaguing. I feel like running Camo on a Tox is usually regarded as bad, but I think Acronox has some relevant matchups where it wants to be immune to status. I can see that. Ooh, allergic spread. Interesting. Not what I would have expected at all. Also, he's running a very fast Lawali. Because that outs... Like, I know I'm -2, but he's also -2, so effectively he's faster than 272 on his Lawali. I don't run faster than 232. The one Toxic I disagree with Camo would be Hazrat, but maybe it's just that relevant with... Maybe it's just that relevant with all the Tesla prisons that were around last meta with Gazuma. I feel like running yeah. I think I live this on Koish. I'd be surprised if I didn't. And his spread moves down, so he has to double in. I'm not super afraid of the Lawali anymore. I really wish my Koish would die here though, but I think I'm 4 health off from dying. I died a Hypoxia plus Plague. Or I died to Wastewater plus Plague on Grandpa. I wanted a Synergy Hurricane, but this is fine. That's very interesting. Not the play I was expecting in the slightest. I should have Hurricaned then. Bird season, let's go. I'm bully. It's a Venom spread team. I'm bully. It's not a bad turn though. There's no way his Mashuk's faster than... What did I hit it with? That was a Faraday Cage from Koish. There's no way that his Mashuk is faster than my 2-wire. What did I speed check earlier? My Koish was -2. Yeah. And it came in after Acronox. Alright, I'm gonna gamble. I don't think Turbine kills. Maybe it would. I feel like I hit it with something else. Oh, he took a little bit of OX damage. It's just way too close. And Halacho, hello. Good to see you. How's it going? I'm doing well. I just played a game on stream yesterday called Slam 64. Is like a good old 3D platformer, and it was just a lot of fun. It was only a demo, but it's a game I'm really looking forward to the full release in like a year or something, whenever it feels like coming out. Finding a good game that I'm excited for is always fun. Watch it later. Yeah, it's a 3-hour stream, so you don't have to like force yourself to watch the full thing, but I'd at least check out the gameplay in it, see if it piques your interest. It seems like a really high mobility 3D platformer, which seems really unique. It was a lot of fun. Just even the controls alone were just a blast. In the background lurking. Sounds good. I appreciate it. Have a good one. Wasn't an adrenaline shot. I could have just left it. Whatever. Does my Inky live the +1 uppercut from a Mashuk? I feel like most Mashuks don't invest that much attack, so I hope I do. Oh. I don't think that matters. Like, at all. I guess he outspeeds the grandpa. Alright, Gust haters, where are you at? Let's hope I outspeed with that. That'll be so funny. Unless the Sukama has Nimble, that would be... No! What? What? So that Mashuk has more than 292 speed. Or 296. Like, if that is a max speed Mashuk. I know Mashuk's speed tier is ridiculously high. I did not think that was going to be max speed, because I have Prio and he used normal Prio. I have 296 speed. That is max speed Inky. That is a funny clip. Yeah, I mean, so like it would have been really great for Gust Synergy if that was any, like, let's just for fun. 232. Oh, I should click moves first. Come on, man. 332 times 1.75 is 406. So it would have outsped up to almost to 272 breakpoint. At one point, like outspeeding 1.5s. So like I knew he had a faster Mashuk. But like I said, I wasn't able to test the speed with any of my previous, because the quicksand it threw off all of my cokes. All right, back to number 2. So like that's pretty darn fast. So you could outspeed most Mashuks, and because Mashuk is still fairly common, it's given me a lot of value. It used to be better when I had 2 electrics with Obi, and it's just nice to have a second Prio move on Grandpa anyway, so it's less punishing to click Tornado. I was really hoping it would get value, but now I just look like a fool. We won anyways, like GG's. It was a good game. I think it's a pretty tough matchup for him, even if he hit me with the The Okama. I am Booklong Zacronox. I just like to resist more. I think it's really, really valuable. And I don't need trap all that bad. I mean, I guess it would be kind of nice because trap does get a lot of value with Venom spread. But there's just so many things with like morale boosting whip and like fake beard Obi, side spores from Nidrasil, just whatever else to push off or sparks. Like there's so many things to push off a status that when you're applying a second one to the toxic, oh mom's lunch. It's just like it goes on and on of ways to push a status off the Tem. And since the trap procs after the poison's the one that gets pushed off. So it's more likely that it gets pushed off and that your Venom spread fails. Even though they're trapped. It's just optimally you'd trap and then poison, but it doesn't work like that. And I mean it's like getting a free resist to a typing on its own is just a really nice boost anyways, so not bad. Yeah. That would have been like a way it could have come into play, and I was trying to force new Kama Acronox endgame. I could have like Rotten Goo on the Acronox as well. I don't. I just have Sting Venom spread, which might bite me in the butt at some point. Definitely could. But I think Petrify is a really high value move. I think it's really cool what they did with it. It's probably my favorite move rework that they've come out with. Oh, Venom. Alright, good luck, have fun. Alright, looks like another very, very fast team. I have a feeling that's going to be a fast GLS. Probably everything's like max speed here. I bet that's an aerobic Volar end. My special Tems are dwindling. So I think I just lose this one. One of the weaknesses of this team is that I really struggled against anything faster than it. Like really bad. He ran Slipe Hat, which is the only time I had that can outspeed some of his. So he's either leading with Oshiara now that he doesn't have to worry about Amphibian, or he's leading with Tolkien. Or I guess it could be Shelllant even too. So I mean, first step is you just take a 1-for-1 trade with 2-wire Chromion. I guess I should have picked Chromion first, just in case I could have done it with something like Hazrat instead. This is why you hate playing aggro. Auto-loose to anything faster than you? Yeah, I know. And yet I feel like teams with this much speed invest and this little bulk invest, it's like if you're running a team with max speed and like all of these Tems on max speed, you're going to either lack in health or damage. And either one of those is taken advantage of so hard by bulky aggro or mid-range. So that's where it becomes a problem. I mean, if you play really well, you can make it happen. Like I watched Ali like as like at the top aggro player just destroy teams for so long. Does he know how Straw Shield works? I have to assume he does. So otherwise I could have picked Inky. Gone for 2 hits on the Oshiara, which wouldn't have killed. But then if he doesn't hit 2-wire with an electric move, then I would be able to live the Hasty Lunge, Turbine to kill the Oshiara before it can move, and then Sharp Stabs one-shot to Golzy because it's a squishy Golzy. And then I'd also have Paizo up to one-shot Tolkien. But that's very hopeful, wishful thinking. The play is probably to get rid of Gialis now. Oh, no, not Gialis. probably Tolkien or... Yeah, it's going to be Tolkien. It also diffuses you. Well, he'd have to... it doesn't matter because the item would be used up anyways. But he'd have to hit 2-wire. So if he hits 2-wire on turn 1, then it's bad. If he doesn't hit 2-wire, it does. Then I can pull that off. I'm picking Chromion because it's one of my bulkier members. I'm also probably going to grab Grandpa. And then Inky. Especially if he picks Amphitheater. If he picks Amphitheater, I'm picking Inky for sure. If not, then I'm going to kind of... Okay, yeah. But who do I want in the last slot? Like, Koish is really tempting. Because I calced it to live the insane Saipat Hazard opener, I'm pretty sure I can live any 2 hits. Besides, like, an Oshidashi or a Crystal Bite. Or, an, Inner Spirit. But I think besides that, it's going to be useful. Quicksand on the Acrono. Me no like speed. Like I've never been good at speed control teams. Never. Like I don't play turbo. I don't play flood, quicksand. I think it would definitely be an option for Petrify and would help in matchups like this. Like 100%. It's just it's not my play style. It's not something I've ever learned how to use, as silly as that is. Alright, does he have something to resist Earth in the back? No. So Acronox is actually really valuable here, and he's probably just going to double into it. I didn't even notice. Yeah, but I mean, I have to take out Golzy here, because Golzy is a big problem for Chromion, Inky, and not great for Koish either. It's even bad for 2-wire, so we just got to go for it. Booklum's value, because that goes through common factor. Ooh, no, you can't do that. Even if it's a bulky Golzy, he always dies here. It's not a bulky Golzy anyways. Maybe some amount of bulk. Probably enough to live a Soil Steam from, like, Mudrid. Maybe a Crystal Spikes from Nyx or something. I don't like that play by him. Maybe just expecting Venom spread. Even if I did Venom spread, I mean, I went to wanted to because he's got a Hazrat and also a Gialis in the back. But even if I did, it still would have killed. Still would have killed 100%. Is 2-wire valuable? No. No. He's just hard gambling that you would hit the Oshiara. Yeah, I guess so. He's got a Umbro Suchi. Dang, nice! Are you using, like, Osakai on a team? I haven't used Osakai in ages, but it's such a cool tem. Alright, please. Okay, well, this is still fine. I sack Inky here. $17 times 1.5 for the plague damage I'm almost guaranteed gonna take. 26, nice. Haha, you think I care about my speed? You fool. You're faster than me anyways. And he's trapped too. Dang. All right, let's see. Inky 296 times 1.5, or what? 296 times 0.8 times 1.5 equals 355, which is faster than everything. So that's GG. It's pretty much GG. That is why we run that move over, or petrify over quicksand. 100%? No, not quite. Okay, whatever. Talisman Hazrat. Why? Oh, Kai, hello, welcome. Good to see ya. How's it going? I don't even know if I've seen an Osakai Umbra. I think I probably have. I feel like Lawali is one of the cooler Umbras just because the big eyes, they really stick out. Yeah. Bulky Chromion. Yeah. Bulky Chromion. If it didn't kill, that didn't matter because I had Quaish. Counterstall even harder. Ooh, goes for the heat up. Alright, alright. I think he's dead, but I respect it. GG. Were you my only loss so far? Like you? Come on. Why you gotta do that to me? Yep. GG's. Yeah, I thought you were gonna have me there. Your team is like all faster than mine. It was gonna be tough. Tyrum, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. You weren't followed before? I thought you were. I thought I'd seen that before. Interesting. I do appreciate it though. I don't have the actual bar up here anymore, but I'm at like 382 followers, so I'm still not quite at the 400 I wanted to reach, but like I've been streaming less, so I really it makes sense. Kind of gave up on that, just playing for fun. Kino has big eyes as number 2. Ooh, fair enough. Yeah, that is another good one. There's a Kino right there. Just not Umbra. Most common thing it wants to doom is a Karen anyway. Yeah, which you wouldn't want a Khazrat in front of. So I'm still not real sure about that. Left Temtem, but come back to watch. Oh, I'm glad I could provide some entertaining content, hopefully. Hope you enjoy the radar simulator we have here. Fair enough, though. I've definitely been winding down how much I play Temtem, too. Eventually I'll break free of the addiction. Faster is most of the time worse than more HP. You need to be so careful with basically everything. Yeah. I mean, the Golzy show-off was pretty much like a 50-50 turn one. It was really tough. The thing is, like I guess that is another, like, point for 2-wire where he can enable strong openings. Because I don't think I would have won that opening if not for 2-wire. And I would have been in a tough spot after that. Because your Oshiara would have had +2 from Serbs. Probably would have still been full health, maybe half at best. And yeah, it would have been tough. Because the whole thing about if you do have speed, though, my team is squishy enough, and like mine specifically, where if you have type advantage, you can probably one-shot or like one-shot or do like 80% and then finish it off with a spread move or something. Or just double in, even with a resist. Like, I can't pivot around. But I have just enough health where I can live that one hit, typically. And usually make something happen. Although my 2-wires, they buffed 2-wires bulk, and yet the thing still dies to like a single Psypat Nox Bomb. I feel like it was normal, it used to be normal, to not run max attack Psypat. But now I feel like everyone's running max attack Psypat. Or maybe that's just how Psypat feels to get hit by. I feel like whenever I play Psypat, it's just like, oh, you used Nox Bomb. Oh, you did like 40%. Congratulations. But now it's just like, oh yeah, you're going to do half of anything you attack, and if it's super effective, it dies. So, good luck. Blue side is also quite pog in your guys' matchup. I never mind orange side too much. Because, like, I think I always lead 2-wire Chromion there. Like, I even picked 2-wire first, but I could have picked Chromion. And, like, because I was blue, I could have picked Chromion first and then 2-wire. But having a counterband is actually pretty nice. Alright. We got a rematch against Welsh. So, it's a fast Vashuk. It's a fast Lawali. Probably it's actually, last time I talked to him, it's actually not a fast Whiplump. It gets plethoric, so it doesn't invest a whole lot of speed. But in itself, it is relatively fast. He managed to Hazrat first this time. No, he did that last time as well. Yeah, because I get Prio with that. What do I want to pick here, though? I like Acronox, really. He could pick Wally here. If he does, I just go 2-wire. I can't Venom spread it, but that's fine. I probably wouldn't want to anyways, because he's got bait on the Wally. He's got Chamomile on the Ukama, which means he's probably got Fake Beard on Shimurian. Closer to breaking free of the addiction recently too. Hard to be motivated to play when there's like 5 people on ladder. I know. It's just like I'm literally number 2 on ladder right now, and it doesn't feel like an accomplishment. I did hit number 1. I got a screenshot. I didn't wait long enough to get on the podium, and I immediately queued into Argon afterwards. That would not have been my guess for a lead. Ugh. Now I wish I picked Chromion. Dang it. This probably actually is best lead. I'm kind of still forced into this. I don't like it, but I think I'm forced into it. It's actually kind of surprising how close Chaotico is to the rest of us. Would assume he's super far ahead by now since he's been spamming games with 60-70 win rate for a while. Is he that close, though? I haven't... Like, that... I should say I hit first, like, 2 or 3 weeks ago. Back when it was... He was, like, 10 wins into Legend, then went on, like, a 4 or 5 loss streak. So I think by now he's, like, way far ahead. But I also don't think he plays too many games. I think he plays like just 4 or 5 a day. But he usually wins like all of them. Banning Psypat. Very interesting. So Whiplump and... No, Whiplump might be the issue here. Trying to calculate, it just, I don't really like how this turned out. I really don't like how it turned out. It's just not a grandpa game, I don't think. I think he's got me here. He's, like, it's another matchup where he's faster than me. Picking Koish for sure. Volphy makes me want to pick Grandpa, but Minotaur makes me want to pick Inky. What he's got in the back, like... I feel like he picks Chimerian either way. He's speedy. He's speedy, so I'm going speedy. But I know that his Mashuk is faster than my Inky. So that's just insane. Like, I don't even want to think about that. Why do I have to think about a Mashuk outspeeding my Inky? Like, this is the first time I've had to even consider that. Inky goes on massive winning streaks and losing streaks. That's very surprising. He's always winning when you catch his games. I usually never catch him online playing games. It feels like he's offline, he gets online, matches into me, and then gets offline. It's kind of weird. So I don't know if he just like has an app that tells him like, oh, Magnetonics is online, you can get a free queue if you queue up now. It's... Okay, so the Wally has bait, so I can't like Venom spread it as much as I'd like to. It's so funny how this is like the best possible anti-Venom spread lead he could have, and because now I'm actually being punished for not having Rotten Goo instead of Petrify. So as much as it helped the last game, it would have been so nice to have it here because I could actually kill Lukama. By now, I am pretty sure it lives. I think Ringy has the same app for you. Super friendly, but he's also on online. Yeah, he's always cool. He'll usually stop in and watch my games. I've never even talked to him, honestly. We just never really chatted. But it's just he always comes up with really goofy teams, and I never know what to expect. I always love players like that. He's not even sure what he's gonna do with this lead because it's just like he can't really do anything to Acronox. But at the same time, like after turn 1, Lawali's gonna hurt. It goes for a 2-wire. Oh dang! I guess that does more than plague, so fair enough. Yeah, no, this doesn't kill. Ever. Ever, 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 ever. Where's my toxin shower now? So what that does, though, is that tells me that... I guess it tells him, too. So it does 127 damage. So that means he'll basically do 250 with his Hypoxia. So he could gamble on Tornado or on Tsunami doing the other 63. He stays in on Ukama. Let's hope he goes for the Tsunami. Gets greedy. Nice. He's clapping, so he must, yeah. Now I get holds off on Inky too, which is so important in this matchup. So important. And Volfi doesn't have Sludge Gift, so I'm free turn 1 to do whatever. Minotaur isn't going to help him here because I have Straw Shield. Tremorian's probably max speed. Wait, what? Oh, it's energy drink. It's not interesting. Okay, accidentally pick your test team against him. Could not deal with double Doro. We need to accidentally OX them both. Doro's getting those Psycho Clubs 19, not 13 with synergy. Wait, it goes up with synergy? That's weird. That's really weird, actually. So this Lawali's a problem. It beats Acronox and Chromion. I'm actually going to gamble that he's going to attack two-way here with his Tremorian. Okay, no. He probably just hypoxiaed as well then. I don't think I needed... Oh, okay. Turbo, that's not great. Ringy's always online, doesn't quit. This stream is like the whole PvP community, like 80% of it. What are you going to do with your Temtem when ladder dies? I don't know. I don't know. That sucks. I really did not want that turbo was a great play. I really wanted to kill it there. If I did, I think I'd be in just fine of a spot. But once again, the not enough attack 2-wire is just killing me. Like 2-wire is the one tem where I'm just like, dang, I wish I had more attack on this thing. And also, hello 7up, good to see ya. How's it going? Game's pretty much over at this point. I cannot win. Kind of have to move on and say it was a fun game while it lasted. Yeah, I know. Hopefully Platt gets Giamon up and running. We haven't gotten an update from him in like over a month. My game is still just way too early. It's gonna be like a 2-year project at minimum, just because I just don't know crap about coding, and I'm just busy still playing Temtem and Slime 64 and whatever else. So. Dang. He predicted me. Good play. Good play. Is that a frond whip on the Quaish? Dang. Yeah, he totally got me there. So even outside of me already being in a bad spot, he still made the optimal play on that turn. If I would have stayed in on 2-wire... then just maybe... I mean, just for fun, we'll like Faraday Venom spread, and then we forfeit. I get, okay, you know, he OX'd. We'll give it like one more turn. One more turn. Please be a slow Wolfie. Please be a slow Wolfie. Reading while you're ahead goes hard. I mean, that could have been a really bad turn for him, I feel like, but it paid off. Oh no, I'm trapped, I'm trapped, I'm trapped. Any chances like a max speed Minotaur? He just doubles in on Chromion here. That's like there's nothing I can do. If the small player is Temtem is much more fun than any other monster catching game. Pokemon Nexomon coming next year will not stop with Temtem. Thought you already did stop. Oh, and the taser just to rub it in. If there was no... so let's see. Taser reduces by 30%. So if this does 70%... Oh, no. He didn't even... Really? Oh, that was a... yeah, no. It didn't matter. It's a bulky Minotaur. I guess I didn't have Sinner Typer, but... GG. Yeah, that was... too tough. I think maybe... if I... I mean, there were definitely some optimizations I could have made there. Optimization. But, oh well. It was a fun game, regardless. Yeah, I mean, Pokemon next... I mean, Pokemon is going to be 2025. That one... The Kalos remake, I'm not interested in that. Univo's the best region. I really couldn't care. Like, I care just a little bit. I am curious about... Normally I couldn't care less about Pokemon lore, but the one thing that's really interested me was the whole AZ in Kalos. So I'm curious at least what the story is, but I don't care enough about Megas. There's not like a competitive draw there. If anything, Megas are one of the worst things to happen to competitive Pokemon. While they were really great for casual players, it's just for competitive players it was terrible. I do not want another Mega Kangaskhan. I don't want another Mega Gengar. I don't want another Mega Rayquaza. And then Nexomon, honestly, I love Nexomon. I didn't play the original, I played the second one. But Nexomon was just so much better than Pokemon in like every way. It wasn't Temtem level. The combat system was... like, Temtem has some places where it really does differ from Pokemon. But Nexomon is literally like a Pokemon copy that improves on everything Pokemon did wrong. I liked the story in Nexomon too, like all the way through. There wasn't a point where I played Nexomon and I'm like, I really don't care about the story. I was really engaged in it, and I think I would have been even more so if I played the first. So I'm definitely going to pick up the Nexomon 3 whenever it comes out. I know they've been releasing some designs. I haven't looked at those a whole lot. But that should be fun. And yet I don't think Nexomon has like an online competitive, and even if it did, I don't think I'd be able to get into it. It's just a plain Pokemon formula. It doesn't make for a good competitive experience, I don't think. I think Temtem's still great and unique in many ways. Even just the synergy, the hold, like, those two things alone, I think, really set Temtem so far apart from any other monster battler that exists on the market. Salty because Temtem give up on the current game. Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you. I've been hearing that a lot. I mean, if you look at the player numbers, it's like the average player counts are less than 250. They're barely above 200. Actually, I got a fun image. Could show on stream. Let me see. While we're waiting, anyways. Let me find it quickly. Okay. What? Where'd it go? Weird, okay. It's still too big. Hold on. Alright, so this is kind of like a timeline of some of the events that have happened in recent times for Temtem. So, for whatever reason, the 1.4.2 balance patch brought back a whole bunch of players. So, there was actually like... We actually had relatively good player counts. So we had over 2,000 right when it came out, but they dropped so quickly. 1 year anniversary, I didn't bring anyone back. It actually, we were still dropping back when it happened. Then the Gallios update came, and you can obviously see a spike, but it faded off so quickly. It really puts into perspective. Like, I cannot understand why Chroma doesn't want to make new content if the drop off is this bad so quickly. And then, like, you can see the events are spread out throughout, but they just don't bring anything back. 1.5.2 didn't get a whole lot. TemTS Finals honestly didn't bring anyone to the game. There was good viewership, and I still enjoyed it more than like anything else in this game. I mean, it was like highlight of competitive, but player-wise, it really didn't bring anyone. So kind of sad. Random events, random stuff. You can see TemCS Showdown retire, drop. Replays 1.6, and it's just been a steady decrease. And they blew that up. It's just been ups and downs. Like, you can see the random spikes that's on the weekends, which makes sense. But all right, I just thought it was interesting. We found a match though. Please choose name. Acronox is like still a horrible matchup for me. Koichban, alright. I see a Tyrannac, I see a move flank. I'm expecting the move flank to be picked on lead. I don't know what's going to be brought with it. I see a little reason not to pick Chromion though. It's going to be, I think it's going to be a microwaves instead of a Venom spread unless he picks Mashuk on lead. I don't know why you would ever pick Mashuk on lead into a Digichromion or Toxicromion though. Ugh. I might call a stream after this match though. My ears are getting sick of this headset. I've been playing too much this weekend, and I want to get some work on my game done tonight. I'm really hoping to grind out a lot this week. Sorry, I don't understand that one, bud. It must be a hurry warp move flank. So it's gonna be a Goring. A Goring plus a uppercut. I don't think that kills like anything. So I just wastewater into Venom spread onto the move flank. Unless it's bait for some reason. There's no reason for me not to. I don't see a single reason not to. Got options. I'm just gonna ban the whip lump, I think. Like, I have counters to it, but frankly, it's still a wind type and it's fast, so tornado can be a problem. Like, Acronox just destroys like pretty much everything left. Acronox turned into such a good Tem. Acronox is like one of the mistakes I made on my tier list. I put this thing way too low, and now it's really high tier, and honestly, it's probably like one of the best Tems in the game, so I kind of feel bad using it. Well, whatever though. It's on my team now. I'm playing Venom spread, okay? Forgive me. Yes, I know you told me that. It's just like I was trying to prove you wrong so that I could be right, and I was wrong. Alright, so hurry wort makes sense. I think that the little bob up and down makes me think that's senpai. I can never tell though because you always change your outfits. Alright, yeah, he's so weak to toxic. I just take out the move flank and then the game's over. Confirm it's not bait. Confirm I'm clicking Venom spread and not toxic torrent. Alright. He didn't outspeed. He must not have clicked Goring. GG. This is what I mean. Like, you face a mid-range team, and I outspeed, and it's just like even if he got the Goring off, it would have done like 60% to my Hazard. I'd live on piddle percent. I get a Lava Wave plus a Synergy Microwaves off on the Mashuk because I guess Amphitheater could probably prevent that, but... You know, the sad thing is I actually told him to run a slower Amphitheater with settling. I guess I probably should have gone for the Mashuk here. I didn't think he'd have T-Strike. So that one might bite me in the butt. Get a little overconfident. I didn't want to let the Amphitheater go, though. I'm not sure if this is a parry or Mashuk or not. He went for the move. Alright, so the mistake I made about that. He has to plague Chromion now, and he has to hope it kills. Okay. I'm sorry. Sorry. I mean, I messed up. He could have come back, I believe. But that was tough. That one was quick. I'll play one more if it's a fast queue. It was you? Okay, I thought so. I don't even know how to change your like idle animation. I think there's like I think it was one of those random shops in Sapanku. Mine's just fine though. I appreciate the wide variety of like cosmetics, but I just don't care enough about all the other stuff. The victory poses, yeah, I don't know, most of it I just don't care about. But the cosmetics, yeah, cosmetics are pretty good. Pookie. 70 encounters on the Inky radar. I mean, you can almost use radar encounters as like a judge of how much time you've spent. I know I've been here for like 2 hours, played like 8 matches. Not bad, not great. I mean, honestly, the queues have been pretty good. I think we've only had like one 10+ minute queue today. It helps when like a lot of y'all are in here. Actually, we should probably check if Welsh is online so I don't run into him again. I don't particularly want to play a third, or I guess it would more or less be like a best of 3 then, so it wouldn't be too bad. I win the first one, he wins the second, and I guess we find out. Alright, I'm going to guess it's Welsh again, but I could be wrong. Oh, no, it's Venom again. Alright. Good luck, have fun. Hello, Oleg. Good to see you. How's it going? It's a 2-hour first. Fair enough. I think I always pick... I want to... I have to pick Chromion here, or Koish here. I can live whatever he throws at me. I needed a flexible lead, and that's kind of what Koish offers when 2-Wire's banned. I could have picked Chromion as well, but because I can't neutralize it, there's nothing to stop him from picking Golzy and, like, Tolkien. Too bad. How about you? I'm doing really well. I mean, had found relatively quick matches today. Finally got over sickness, and yesterday I found out a new game I'm super excited for. So, yeah, things are going really well. Glad to hear you're doing well, too. Alright, now we ban the Hazrat, and then we just Venom spread the Tolkien. Ah, that sucks. If he's got Tesla Prison and he uses it on the Koish, he could actually change my speed tiering, and kind of that would be really nasty. That'd be really nasty. I got nothing I can do against that. But I don't know if he's running Tesla Prison. Like, you'd think on a fast offensive amphitheater, you probably run Thunderstrike instead. We gamble. We gamble. Because I don't care about winning or losing anyways. I've completed all my missions for the week. I really don't think I'm catching Chaotico and blah, blah, blah. I still like Hazrat in this matchup. Once Tolkien goes down, I think I'll be in a good spot. I like Inky here too. Chromion's not bad either. In a 1v1 situation, I think it's really close if Chromion beats Golzy or not. Grinding Umbras. Yeah, the grinding Umbras is just awful. I got one Pookie. We gamble, we gamble. Don't Tesla Prison. I don't care about that, just don't Tesla Prison. I'm just waiting for the to pop up. Iridescence. Okay, we good. I mean, it's fair he double targets the Koish, because he definitely does not like Digis. Oh, I'm burned. I'm like, that did nothing. Alright, Tolkien, no Tornado. Oh my goodness, it's still a really bulky Tolkien. Oh my goodness. Nice. Huge, honestly. Oh, he did have he had Tesla Prison this whole time. Oh man. Alright, it is a max speed Shellant. I'm not surprised. Oh, it's got Bruiser. Interesting. Do not see that often. Who has a speed arrow? I do. So max speed. Oh, he does. He does do the Tesla prison play. Okay, that was the right play for him, for sure. I didn't know if he'd do it though, because Inky and Shellland have the same max speed. So if he didn't do that, I would have been able to kill a Shellland before he moved. Oh shoot, relaxed. Forgot about that. Always thought Inky should be a faster Tem than it is. I agree. I agree. No taser, no taser. You have hook? Does he have hook? I don't think Martial Strike will do it. I think he needs hook. Kesugatame. Who cares? I don't agree with that. Voltaic charge. Doesn't matter. GG. So it wasn't even diffuser in the first place. Very interesting. And it must not be as bulky as I thought it was. Shame. Yeah, it looks like he's sacking damage. But he doesn't have health either. I don't know. I mean, I just have a really bulky Chromion. It's just stupid. Live a hasty lunge and a double gash. I think it is kind of a tough matchup for him. I think he's got to make a lot of plays right in order to pull that off. So, GG, yeah. Do you not have like a prio damage move on Shellant? I think that would have been better than the Kesugatame. I don't think it would have mattered a whole lot, but... maybe it would have helped, who knows. Kessa wins against faster teams, yeah. What's your moveset then? You got Soul Shout, Kessa, Inner Spirit, you got Haito? Haito because you're max speed? I could see that. Also, I mean, you did have a chance to win that. I was really, really hoping that you didn't Tesla Prison my Koish turn 1. If you had done that, you would have won instantly. Because I would have whiffed Venom spread. So it was a guessing game. Because Koish was also really valuable because Digi's strong against your team. It was just tough. Thought I wouldn't do it because of that. I know. It was a gamble. It was a gamble. I didn't know if you would have Tesla Prison even. I also was not expecting your Tolkien to be that bulky. Like, the whole team looks fast, and then your Tolkien's just sitting there with probably like 300 plus HP TVs at minimum. Like, bulk TVs. At least I think it does. I feel like it's extremely bulky, but I could certainly be wrong. That's going to be the last match of the day, though. I'm a little worn out. I think we got a good few matches in. How many was it even? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8? Okay. It's not like not 10 like usual, but it's good. $331 HP? Okay. So I was really close. I know that I was burnt. I wasn't expecting Faraday Cage to do a whole lot, but I know that Tolkien doesn't have great special defense, and I'm a max special attack Acronox. And so if you had clicked Wind Burst, you actually would have gotten that off on the Acronox, because I wasn't able to kill you before the turn ended. So it's just that really threw me off. I haven't seen a Tolkien that bulky in a while. Not that I've been seeing a whole lot of Tolkiens. One of the best things about this meta is that there is no meta. Like there are Tems that are obviously better than others. I think Acronox is one of them. I think Platimus is one of them. Still, unfortunately. What even are some like better Tems? Whatever Kikensky's running, it's about the closest thing to meta that you get. But there's a lot of people just experimenting with stuff right now, so it's pretty cool to see. Run a very niche team. I mean, yeah, it's pretty niche. There's not a lot of Venom spread players right now. Historically it's been so inconsistent, but there's not a lot of toxic types around, and the funny thing about toxic types is they get walled by other toxic types. So having like a toxic Chromion against an Idrisil or a Calibus is still a winning matchup, because you still have Digi moves you can use to click on them. But I mean, it's all still like experimental. I don't know. It's just the gamble of, do you click the big damage move or not? And if you do, does it kill? I remember that match that I played against Argon, when I had hit the #1 spot on the ladder, and I queued up again and faced Argon. He led with Gazuma and Grandpa. I outsped his Gazuma and got the Faraday Cage off, because I had 2-wire and Chromion. It was Faraday Cage into Venom spread. Anyone care to guess how much health his Grandpa lived on? 2 health. I lied. It was Hazrat Chromion. So I had Wastewatered. So it was actually even more damage, because it's a War Drum, like 400 some attack Hazrat. Yeah, 460 attack Hazrat. So it was almost as much damage as I could possibly deal to turn 1. Because the Chromion's max special attack with Marbles proc, it just lived on 2 health. So it's just like, and then he one-shots the Hazrat afterwards with Hypoxia because it lived. So sad, and it just flipped the entire game. So that's kind of just like where this team falls apart. You either face somebody who's faster than you and can one-shot you with type advantage, or you face somebody who's just bulky enough to live your combo and still one-shot you. So it's not flawless, but it feels pretty consistent, and I feel like most of the games where I do mess up, I could still play differently. If I know that I'm not going to kill something with a Venom spread combo, I would never do that lead. If I see a Grandpa Gazuma lead, and I know I can't kill the Grandpa, then I pick like Inky. Or I pick like Digital Chromion and just try and play it slow. Or something like that. But there's options. It's a really fun team. I feel like it's relatively flexible. I think there's still room for improvement. I think the spreads are still kind of jank. A lot of them are just randomly thrown together. Like I said, I couldn't even tell you what this HP is calced for on 2-wire, because it doesn't live like a Nox bomb from Saipat. It doesn't. Yeah. But yeah, that's gonna be all for me today. I hope you guys enjoyed a Temtem stream, since it's been a little while. I don't know when the next one's going to be. I don't know what the stream's going to be next week. I'm kind of burned through a lot of my ideas. Because, like, I was hoping Monster Tribe would be a bit more of an entertaining game that I could do kind of a playthrough of that on stream. And it wasn't at all. The itch.io games, I was hoping there would be some fun ones on there, but it ended up being games that actually look like they're made by a team and just unfinished, and games that are just really low quality and would be kind of fun to mess around with, but aren't exactly entertaining. It would be more like just kind of funny content, but even then, I'm sure that all those people put a lot of work into their games still, and I don't want to laugh at it. And I'm sure like my game kind of looks like that too. Like, but I don't mind people laughing at it because it's kind of funny. I just have so long left to go, so playing incomplete games almost feels kind of bad. And then TFT I tried as well. I found that you run out of things to talk about really quick in that game. Like, there's so much waiting. You have a single match that takes like 40 minutes, and you're literally like, okay, I'm rolling for this guy. I'm rolling for this guy. And it's just there's no like strategy to it. It's more or less just like luck simulator. And you can kind of have a strategy going into it, and you can kind of like be flexible and if you're really playing the game correctly. But once you get something locked down, you're just trying to get the one thing. And there's nothing else to it, so. Why are you running Fizzinky, though, and not Spec? Priority. So, Inky, I'm basically using it as a late game sweeper, something similar to, like, Aohi or, like, Kapire. But I don't want to fight. I didn't want another fire type on my team. Or another digital weakness. It's also there kind of just to be an electric counter, because my team's pretty bad against electrics. I have Grandpa, Psypack, Chromion, and Sword of 2-Wire that are all weak to electric. And so having something that hard counters electrics is really nice. And Inky's about as good as you get. And being able to pivot in to an electric move and then hit back with a sharp stabs has just proved to be so strong. And if you're playing a team that's slower, being able to get a... First of all, I have Taser, so I'm able to reduce damage, so I can actually live a single melee hit. Not an earth hit, but, you know, a single melee hit after the burn. And also, I could live... No, I can't live fire because I'm not burning. But a Mineral Hail. Mineral Hail is so much damage. It's basically spread Thunder Strike. And then Paizo's also just great. It's like, I hated on physical Inky for so long, but the more I try it, the more it really proves its worth. I think Inky is invaluable to the team, and I don't think Spec Inky could ever fill its role. I think the main reason is Sharp Stabs. I wouldn't run Glass Blade on it. I think Sharp Stabs is so strong. It's essential. But being able to one-shot goalsies and stuff like Mix, being able to... I've even seen Ventals and stuff. Fizzinky with Slingshot seems so good. You're surprised you weren't running it. Well, I'm using... It's both a late game sweeper and also a pivot. So you don't need Slingshot if it's on a pivot, because you're only using Slingshot with Sparkling Bullet. And... yeah. I basically already have my holds off, and I'm not going to click Sparkling Bullet if I can just click Sharp Stabs. Only reason I really click Sparkling Bullet is either to provide burn support or to deal chip damage. Like, even with Slingshot, what am I one-shotting with Sparkling Bullet that is actually bothering to stay on the field? I don't know. Ukama? A fast Ukama? Most Ukamas I feel like are bulky. Ukama you don't even see that often. Usually you see Whiplump right now, and Whiplump has Straw Shield, so you can't even get the true electric value that you want to. There hasn't been a moment where I'm like, dang, I wish a Sparkling Bullet hit 50% harder. No, there hasn't. I haven't had a single moment like that. The problem with Inky is that it just gets walled by Earths. So if I face an Earth-heavy matchup, it's just like, it's not even a good 10. And Earth and Fire are a relatively common combo. I don't know why, because water's weak. They're so water weak, but I do see them together a lot, and it's just like, well, this is the worst Inky game in the history of Inky games. This is, you got 2 Earths, 2 Fires, and like a melee. It's just like, why? Well, yeah, I don't know. Oh man, I could still talk about Temtem for ages. I really wish the game wasn't dying. I really wish it wasn't. But like, I've seen a couple new players in comp chat lately, but I can't imagine them sticking around just because there's not even matches for them to play. Is like I feel like most of the players that are still playing the game have been playing for so long that they're probably like high diamond or or Legend, the few of us that do play. And there's not a lot of players in Silver or Gold besides the Chinese players that just forfeit for free rewards. And if you do find a match, it's probably against a Diamond or Gold or Legend player that's been playing for ages. So it's just hard. I don't know. Eventually it'll be time to move on, but that day is not today. So I'm going to close the game because otherwise I'm just going to sit here for 20 minutes. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoy it. I don't mean to be a downer. I still love this game, and I'll play it sometimes when I've got time and I'm in the mood. So that's going to be all today. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.